USAID was, I think technically on July 1, it will no longer exist as an
period.
executive. Right,
Whoa.
right. It's already functionally non-existent in the sense that its name has been taken off the building. 14,000 employees have been laid off. I believe they only kept a couple hundred hand-picked ones. All of the overseas offices have been closed, and there is basically a small team that is doing, the transition so that on July 1, the remaining function of USAID will be directly under the control of the State Department. This is why Marco Rubio, who is the Secretary of State, is also the USAID administrator. They already have so many overlapping functions, but that is because it's supposed to. USAID was never supposed to be an independent agency. That was always a cover front for it, in the same way that the CIA, it's I always say when it's too dirty for the CIA, you give it to USAID. And everyone always laughs when I say that, and I try to.
Funny,
no, I know.
Yeah.
But I mean it. Like that's not an exaggeration. It's funny to everybody else, but it's like I'm trying to say something very serious when I say it, which is that there are chains on the CIA. Every covert action undertaken by the Central Intelligence Agency has to be approved in writing by the President of the United States. Every single one. They have to go through a process called a presidential finding. And this was because when the CIA started going rogue and presidents started saying, yeah, I didn't know about that. I didn't know the CIA was doing that. Congress, imposed this requirement that they have to get a presidential finding or else it's illegal. Well, USAID, because it is not required to get a presidential finding, can do the dirtiest of dirty work that the CIA could not. If the president doesn't want to give approval for it, doesn't want to be caught giving the sign off for it, then instead of calling it covert action through the Central Intelligence Agency, you run it as discrete democracy promotion through USAID.
It's a shell company, effectively.
Yeah, and it allows a level of secrecy that is not allowed the Central Intelligence Agency.